Hello everybody. Today I'm going to present about equity securities. My name is Kaneranathan Viari from class 1H. Okay, let's get started. Information about equity. Equity is actual ownership and stock can be considered a receipt that confirms that ownership. The stock investor may then benefit in two ways. First, the investor may pay dividends, which are paid out of profits to stockholders. Secondly, the market value per share may increase over time. The investor may experience a gain on the value of the shares owned. So the, there's two method to earn benefit from stock. The first one is maybe you can earn dividend from the company, and the second one you can earn a capital gain if the value goes up. But rather than it go up, sometimes it can go down too, and making capital loss for the stock owner. Okay, let's continue. There's two types of investment: marketable securities and long-term investment in stocks. So in marketable securities, is the duration of the investment is only less than 1 year. For the long-term investment in stocks is more than 1 year investment. Debt securities. Bonds are loans made collectability by smaller lenders such as other corporation and individual people to a corporation. The people or companies who invest in corporate bonds are called bondholders. So this the different with the first one is if the first one is someone who has amount of stocks for the debt securities when corporate or company issuing bonds, or we can say it loan for another company. Sometimes we're not only issuing the loan, but sometimes we can buy a bonds too to earn benefit from the interest. There's two types of debit debt securities. The first one is marketable securities, and the second one is long-term investment in bond. So the marketable securities, the duration is less than 1 year. For the long-term investment in bonds, the duration is more than 1 year. This is the account summary table for kind of transaction that happen in the equi- equity securities. So if account type is asset, one is investment in bank in ABC stock, and investment in increase in debit and decrease in credit. Stockholder equity, increase in credit, decrease in debit. Contra stockholder equity, increase in debit, decrease in credit. Revenue or gain, increase in credit, decrease in debit. Expense or loss, increase in debit, decrease in credit. There are five possible journal entry for stock investment. The first one is purchase the stock investment. The second is receive dividend payment. The third is recognize net income of the issuing corporation. Four is adjust to fair value. Five is sell the stock investment. There's two method accounting stock. The first one method is fair value through net income method, and the second one is equity method. What is different? Fair value method through net income method is about when the company only owns less than 20% of the bonds or share that are sold by or sold by the company. The equity method is the different one. Is if the it's used when in the condition if that you have about 20% and then 50% of the stock that the company sells. This is the first transaction that may happen is purchase the stock investment. So it would be right the same in the fair value through net income, and the equity method is the same. So it's just like increase investment in bank stock in FEC stock is increasing, and investment in FEC stock increasing, and also in the book of account is the book of the transaction is the cash is minus or credit. In the ledger, or we can say ledger account, that will be right in the same way too, that it will be debited 50,000. Okay, let's move to the second transaction that may happen is the receive dividend payment. Yeah. There's two method. In this method, there's a little bit differences between two of this company. Uh, two of this method. If the fair value through method, we will receive dividend as a cash or as a profit things that come into our company. But if in the equity method, as you can see in the ledger, we credit the investment in our ABC stock. Why? Because it's more likely we pay to our own, like we pay to our own companies. So that's why it will be put in credit for the dividend payment. Recognize net. The third one is recognize net income of the issuing corporation. So this is like for the why for the fair value through net income method, there's no uh journalizing because in the fair value through net income method, they don't deserve or they cannot have any net income from the company because they only have less than 20% of the stocks. But in the equity method, because they have around 20% until 50% in this problem, we have 25% of equity method. That's why the equity method is they will get the profit or the net income from the company. So the value of investment is growing up from for $25,000. Yeah, yeah, $25,000. Okay. Oh, for the fourth, we can see adjust to fair value. So this is the in this adjustment we can talk about when the company adjusts the value of the stock into the latest value. Sometimes the stock is go up and go down really fast. So that's why in the end of the period there's always a adjustment to the fair value. But the adjustments only happen to the fair value through net income because for the equity method there's no need to adjust periodically. That's why in as you can see in the equity method there's no adjustment. But in the fair value through net income there's an adjustment like this. As you can see, the value is changed into $12,000 per share. So there will be an increased investment around 10,000. Okay. So the next one is the sell the stock investment. So this is the last part is when the company sell the stock in the end of period. So if the company sell the stock in the end of period, there will be uh like a little bit adjustment if the value or the price of the share is getting down. For example, in the fair value through net income, as you can see, there's a little bit problem that's the fair value is getting down, but the company is already earn a profit because at the first time he bought the shares at the price of $10. So at condition at this transaction is $11.6. So we can say that the company already profit 1.6 even though there's a lower amount of share that are already earned by the company. So this is the journalize how it happened. The cash is 58,000 and the investment in bank is credited 58,000. So why only 58,000? But at the top of this transaction, as we can see, the gain is earning 10,000. It should be 60,000. Why it's only 58,000? Because the share is getting down 0.4 dollar. As you can see, before it's $12,000. It's $12, and it's getting down to $11.6. That's why the 2,000 is the 0.4 times 50,000 shares. But in the equity method, we don't have to write unnecessary thing for equity method like unrealized. We don't have to make some things like that. We can just go to the end and focus on the gain on sale of investment just like that. We can put the price corporation like we want to sell and just write the gain on sale at the end or of the journalizing. It will be different with the fair value through net income. And the ledger account balance will be like this. As you can see in the fair in the fair method, you can see that there's a 2000 credit in investment in ABC stock. Why? Because there's a down value or loss for value in the investment in ABC stock, and it will be rated into the unrealized gain or loss net income that always fair company make. Yeah, we can see the company has been benefit for 10,000 a few days before in this period, but in the end of the period when the company want to sell this stock, the prices drop around 2,000. That's why the gain is only 8,000. In the equity method, as you can see, we don't need to make such a unrealized holding gain or loss. We just can come into the end and put up the value of the company sale and the gain that the company get. So as you can see, we write like 7,000 of the stock is sold and the gain is 50,000. Investment in stock of on the financial statement. For less than 20% ownership or fair value through net income method, the unrealized holding gain or loss net income account appears on the income statement as part of the comprehensive income. It represents the amount of gain or loss on investment that have not yet been sold, but whose fair value has changed since initial cost. For the 20% until 50% ownership, the rating method or the valuation method is equity method. There's a comprehensive income statement and balance sheet. It will be like that. And the difference is in the less than 20% or fair value through net income method, there's no like writing or uh, keeping about the company gain or loss. Like in the equity method, as you can see, there's a gain on sale of investment and loan on sale investment. If in the fair value method, there's no things like that because it will be it's already recognized as a cash. Okay, maybe that's all for this presentation. Thank you for your attention.